Hey, what's going on guys, and welcome to another epic Minecraft mod showcase on the channel today. And you guys know how much we love big bad mobs, and check out this guy behind me. He is insane. So this is the AbyssalCraft mod, guys, and we have an absolute ton of mobs to show you guys. Check this out, look at all of these. It's going to be crazy. So we're going to start taking a look at them. This one we'll be taking a look at a bit further down the line. You are a big tree-headed scary guy. But guys, if you enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like and let's get into it. Okay guys, so for today's episode, these are the mobs we're going to take a look at. We've got the dreaded Abyssal Knight Golem. We have an Abyssal Zombie, a Dread Spawn, Dread Ling, Abyssal Knight Golem, Dread Guard, Spectral Dragon, and Chagaroth the Dread Beast. So we're going to keep it in theme a little bit, and we'll take a look at all the dreaded guys first. Now before we do that, I just want to show a quick cool feature of this mod. And guys, if you do want me to go into more detail, to go through some of the armor, weapons, items, dimensions, drops, those kind of details, then let me know in the comments and we can do another video on that. But for this mod showcase, we're pretty much just going to take a look at the mobs, which are pretty cool. But before we do that, I want to show you guys these cool gateway keys. Now this is how you get to the other dimensions. So you can see there is a crafting recipe for all of this to make the key, and this is the first one you need. So if you right click the floor there, boom, you have spawned a gateway, and we'll go straight in here. So as you guys see, we are now arrived in a new dimension. There's cool big massive towers with diamond blocks on top of them. A lot of crazy mobs spawn in here. But once we're in here, which is the Abyssal Wasteland, we can then use Asora's dreaded gateway key. We can use that in here. We couldn't use that in the overworld, and we can go in again and check it out. This was me earlier, never mind that. You can see this guy. There's a dreaded Abyssal Knight Golem. Wow, he's cool. And then lastly, we can check out Chagaroth's Rillian gateway key. So this can only be used in this dimension. So if we do that again, let's go straight through. Now this land looks freaky as, like, check that out. You can barely even see the land and you're just standing here. I mean, I can fly, so I can jump down, I suppose. But check this out, guys. This is insane. It's so spooky. And the name of this key is actually the same name as that big guy from earlier. So I'm going to guess this is where you're going to encounter him. And imagine him just coming up on you in this land. It's the freakiest place I have ever seen. So I'm going to get back out of here. I put some wool there earlier. I didn't know what was happening. I was like, where am I? I'm just floating in midair in hell. So let me get back and see if I can make my way back home. Okay, we're in here. Ooh, a lot of zombies there. And finally, I think if we go back through this one, we made it back home. We're actually at a different portal though. But those are the gateway keys, guys, and they're really, really cool feature. I like the way you have to craft one and you can use it in this world, then the next, then the next. And it's kind of like a bit of a step process to get to it. But anyway, guys, let's take a look at our first few mobs. So for these mobs, these are just regular hostile mobs. Now first up, we have the dreaded Abyssal Knight Golem. Now, these are hostile mobs that will spawn in the Dreadlands, guys, which you saw as I went in there. It was actually the only mob that we did see. They attack players, and they also attack nearby Abyssal Knight Golems. So, they're not very nice guys, but we can take them out with this sword, because this is a good sword. And look, it collects souls, guys. Souls harvested. It's pretty cool. And what kind of drop did we get? We got some dreaded chunk of Abyssal Knight, which is pretty cool. Next up, guys, we're going to take a look at the Abyssal Zombie, and this guy is pretty funky. Okay, he's burning in the daylight. Let's kill him anyway, and let's just time set night, so maybe he can survive. So there he is, looking pretty cool. He's kind of ghoulish looking. So these guys can appear in 3 different forms. Just a regular zombie, just like this. You can have an armored one, an end Abyssal Zombie, and then also baby. So there's kind of like 4 forms, just the basic one and then 3 more forms. So these guys have been corrupted by the Corallium Plague, and they spawn in the Overworld, the Abyss, and the End. But they're pretty cool. They're just a new type of zombie to have in there, and we got some Corallium Plague flesh, which makes sense because they were corrupted by the Corallium Plague. Next up, guys, we've got some Dread Spawn, and we saw these guys earlier just at the start of the video. Big Chagaroth was spawning these guys, and they just have a little bit of health each. They don't seem too tough. I mean, I can go into game mode. Maybe I'll go into game mode and test these guys out. We got some dread fragments off these guys. So if I go into game mode, let me spawn a couple first though. So there we go. I've got some good armor on, so it should be okay. Now let's put a few of them in. Let's go game mode 0 and get sorted out. Let's see. Yeah, they're very slow. Okay, but they hit me and they gave me the Dread Plague. Ooh, that's interesting now. I'm glad I went into game mode to see that. They're very slow, guys, but you don't want them to hit you. Because that was pretty dodgy. So next up, guys, we're going to take a look at the Dreadlings. And these are mutilated creatures. Look at them. They're just so horrible. They've got like their legs bent backwards behind them. And they can still move around just a little bit. There you go. You can see them crawling around. That's so horrible. So they're found in the Dreadlands, guys, as you can tell. Like most of these ready type creatures, and they are called Dreadlings, they're all found in the Dreadlands. And it is said that they are the remains of Abyssal miners. Ooh, that's kind of creepy. That is kind of creepy. So I think we're going to get similar enough drops. The Dread fragments just there. So next up, guys, we have an Abyssal Golem. Now this is the only mob that is neutral in this. So unlike their dreaded counterpart, they don't attack player on sight, but they'll attack if struck by the player or a dreaded Abyssal Golem. So these guys attack them. You see, they're duking it out there. They're both gonna die at the exact same time, are they? Oh no, he was like a split second faster. That's so mean. And we got a chunk of Abyssal off you. So these guys will automatically attack each other, but the purple ones will not attack me. Even if I went into game mode here, he should not attack me. Unless I go over and give him a good slap first. So there you go. That is the only non-hostile mob that you will find. So let me just get back into game mode here. And we're going to move on to a couple of elite mobs. So we've got the Dread Guard and the Spectral Dragon. Okay guys, so first up we have the Dread Guard. And don't take these guys lightly because check them out. They're massive. He is so big and he's got 120 health. You can see he's kind of got like a chunk in his armor and you can kind of see like his flesh and brain over there. And he's whispering words, guys. Can you hear that? Let me... Oh, wow. He is talking very freakily. So these guys are proper like scary mobs. I hope you could hear that well enough. Let me get rid of these guys. They're all in the way. So we're gonna go into game mode and we're gonna test ourselves out here. But I'm gonna just grab a golden apple because I'm not 100% sure what my health is like. And if this guy comes at me fast, yeah, he's gonna come at me fast. Look, here he comes. So let's get a golden apple in. Let's see what kind of damage he can do to us. He is pretty strong. He's got 120 hearts. You gotta remember, guys, I did just take like a really good sword. So you won't always have this, and check it out. I hit him for a massive, massive hit. But he also, what did he give me? He gave me the Dread Plague as well. So these guys all carry the Plague, which is not good. So if they even get a single hit on you, you're gonna get, it's almost like poison or wither. It just starts taking your health away. So let's finish this guy off and see what we got. We got Dreaded Shard of Abyssal. So as I said, guys, if you want me to go into any more detail with the mod, with all the drops, the armors, the weapons, then let me know. We will obviously be having a second episode because we've got loads of mob eggs left. Yeah, because it's such a big mod, guys, and it is a really, really cool one. It's nice to see a good kind of scary mod. I love the sound effects. I love some of the textures, and it just adds a lot into your game. So I would advise downloading it, guys. It is in the description down below. But for now, we're going to move on and we're going to take a look at a Spectral Dragon. Now, guys, this is the first dragon type and there are two. So let's have a look. Spectral Dragon. It's like a green ender dragon. Wow, he's fast. And he's like swimming in the ground there. So you can see the sword does not near as much damage to the Spectral Dragon as it did to the... Ooh, you just got killed. Is the dragon killing him? You get out of the floor, mister. So, guys, the Spectral Dragon is an elite mob that appears in the Abyssal Wasteland. So that was the first place we went to. That's where you can find these guys. And check it out. He's down. We only got some experience. I don't think we saw any drops there. That's pretty interesting. They work as a healing potion for Asura, which is a big boss mob we're going to check out in the next episode, guys. Who devours their life force in order to heal himself. That is pretty cool. So they're always going to be hostile as well towards the player, even though they're there to just heal. They're just there to like drain their own life to heal a Sora. Do you know what, guys? I'm going to show you a Sora while we're here because we've already taken a look at the Spectral Dragon. This is a Sora, guys. Massive, massive, strong dragon. So this is one of the bosses that you can find in this, and I can actually hit him much harder than I could hit the Spectral Dragon. You saw a 71 there, which is pretty amazing. So if I spawn a Spectral Dragon, a Sora is gonna, you can see him sucking the life force out of this dragon. You can see his health is going down so they can heal up a Sora. So if he has loads of these, it's kind of insane. You can just keep on healing up, but we're not gonna let you do that to the poor little Spectral Dragon. Where did he go? He's still sucking the life out of him. You're so mean. Let me get you. I'm gonna get you down. It's so hard to kill him now that he's got this little bit of health. Wow. And you can see the dragon is just kind of staying with him. The Spectral Dragon over here. It's half health gone. Maybe I should kill this one. So guys, this would be a really, really tough boss fight. Especially if you had no way of flying around. It depends. If you had like jetpacks or anything, it might be easier. But if you're just using a bow and arrow, this would be very difficult. So you can see we've got some cool text actually when we killed it. So Oblivionaire said, Asora, you will pay for this, mortal. Besides, you'll never get past the Dreadlands. Have fun digging your own grave. And check out this, by the way, for the first mob drop, the amount of experience, and we got some really cool drops for the first boss kill. So let's just have a look at what we got there. We got refined corallium, chunks of corallium, and we got Eye of the Abyss, which is pretty cool. So let's go and take a look at the final mob, guys, that we're going to take a look at today. And you know who it is. It's going to be Chagora. Okay, guys, so we did see this guy at the start of the episode, but let's take a closer look. Chagoroth the Dread Beast, and take a listen to this guy. So I think these make zombie sounds, which is strange. But this guy, he makes some really freaky sounds. So this guy was actually from the final area that we saw back there, which is freaky enough as it is. And imagine we saw this guy as well. So you can see 1000 health. Even with this good sword, he's doing some crazy things. Do you know what I'll do? Is I'll put on this, get myself a god apple. Let me get myself a little god apple here. We're going to game mode and see what he can do. So let's do it. Game mode 0. Get this in quick. How did you get here already? Okay, I can hear you. He's coming for me. Oh, that's a hand. The Fist of Chagora. That is actually an elite mob as well. I did not realize he would spawn that. Look at this. It's hard enough just to get through these guys to get over to him. And he himself is just kind of... He's not letting me anywhere near him. Ooh, so all of these spawnings, that's kind of like his defense. Look. I don't know how I can't get near him. I can't get near him. Look. He's got like a barrier around that I can't hit. So I'm wondering how we actually fight this guy. This is pretty cool. Let me see if I can run around him real fast. Try to come in from behind. Oh, no, he's too fast. Oh, I nearly got in. Let me try a bow and arrow. I need to try a bow and arrow, guys. He is insane. So look, he's already got... He makes them spawn right on top of you. Is there any type of... Okay, let's take a corallium longbow and check that out. So many cool weapons. So here we go. Bow and arrow seems to be the way, guys. Bow and arrow. You can see I'm taking this guy out now. And he's got 205 health left. Those 3 heads are just so scary. And look, it's just like... It's like an open book, isn't he? He's kind of crazy. So here we go. Should be dead now any second. And one more hit. Let's see. Okay. Here, have your key back. Transmutate it for a working one. The chest behind me holds the legendary treasure of the Dreadlands, left by the ones who ran the mine before I came into the picture. Don't get your hopes up. I bet it's just a block of dirt or something. So you can see we get a legendary key off him. It's in a special area and we get a cool reward for it. So that is so cool, guys, and that is a really good boss fight. But if you guys want to see some more on the AbyssalCraft mod, you can see we've got some shadow creatures in here. We have Chagora. We actually had a look at a few of those. Demon pigs. We have Jazar. There's a few more, guys, that we can take a look at, and if you want to see that, be sure to leave a like. Let me know in the comments if you want me to go into more detail, and I will see you soon for more Minecraft mod showcases.